How are we all related? I mean, I know that we are, but how? And I'm not looking for an answer like, because we're all people. Because when I say all, I mean all.
Because believe it or not, every human, every creature on earth that has ever existed, every tree, every building, every cup of coffee, every Pop-Tart, every landmark, every iPhone, Jupiter, in fact, all of the solar system and our galaxy, and even your next door neighbor.
They're all related to you and me. Now, I know some of you are skeptical about this, but I can explain how we're all related. Our first ancestor was not a caveman, but actually a star. Here's how. About around 13.8 billion years ago, there was a bang. A Big Bang. Before that, well, we don't know. Since time is one of the things that was created during the Big Bang, there is technically no before the Big Bang. But let's not get into that. Note that the Big Bang created all the matter to ever exist. Okay, so this bang wasn't exactly a bang or a pop, but more like a really fast expanding balloon of universe. Really fast. How fast? Well, in a fraction of a second, the universe's size went from less than an atom to the size of a grapefruit. From the Big Bang, space, time, matter, and energy were created. Energy later on became gravity and electromagnetism. Also, everything was spread out homogeneously. I know it's a big word, but it basically just means almost perfect. And the imperfections allowed the universe to give us our great, 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 and so on, grandparent, the bright, the glowing, the super hot star. So when the Big Bang created matter, it doesn't mean all of a sudden people and trees and iPhones just started popping out of nowhere. The entire periodic table wasn't even existent yet. There was just a large amount of hydrogen, a large amount of helium, and a small amount of lithium. That's where stars come in. They made new elements. Well, out of nothing, how are stars made, you might ask? Well, I mean, you probably didn't ask that, but we have to get to stars before we get to Pop-Tarts. As the universe kept on expanding, the tiny imperfections in the distribution of stuff became larger, which made them into larger imperfections. And gravity, being a complete perfectionist, didn't like that. Geez, gravity, you don't have to fix everything. Gravity, trying to fix everything, actually clumped hydrogen and helium bits together, creating hot pockets of matter in the cold, dark universe. After hydrogen and helium atoms fused together in these pockets, they eventually turned into stars. Finally, something interesting in the universe. But then, how did other elements get created? Well, our ancestor had to die and explode into a supernova, which then made new elements and flung them out all over the place. Yeah, it's kind of a complicated history. Stars made all the elements that make Earth, our houses, you and me. And that basically means that everything on Earth, in our solar system, and in our galaxy are all descendants of stars. So to answer the question of how we are all related, the answer is simple. We're star stuff.